Hi, and welcome to these short videos announcing my pre-recorded calligraphy courses. This video is focused on my introduction to Italic calligraphy for beginners, and I'm going to walk you through the contents and explain in detail everything you will learn in this course. So I'm going to start sharing the screen now, and I'll show you where my courses are hosted, and we'll go through it. Okay. So all my pre-recorded courses are currently hosted at mariamontes.online/courses. We have level 1, 2, and 3 of copperplate calligraphy. And then on the second row, we have an introduction to foundational hand, introduction to Italic calligraphy, and a module for private students and private tuitions. So if we go into this course, now in here, the new things about it is that we have 10 hours of on-demand video recordings, and now we have full lifetime access. The summary of the course in here, as you can see, there is a guidebook of 21 pages included on this course. Because it's a level 1, you do not need any calligraphy experience at all, not in Italic calligraphy and not in any other style of calligraphy. I'm going to cover the entire lowercase alphabet. I'm going to be talking about a few variations. I'm going to be introducing a basic concept of a ligature, and I'm going to provide you with all my class notes for every single recording. So apart from this, let's go into the contents of the course. So the contents of the course starts with an introduction of the course. This introduction is open to everyone, so even if you haven't signed up for the course, you can go and watch it, and you will get a really good sense of the course contents in this video as well. Then there is an introduction about myself and my trajectory. I have been, for the past 20 years, a graphic designer, a textile designer, a calligrapher, a lettering designer. I have published a font, and I'm currently developing a lot of branding assets for premium brands. So you will get a sense of my trajectory and how did I come to where I am today. Now, the second section of this course is about the materials. You can access a PDF file with a visual list of materials, and also I'm supplying a video where I'm showing you the materials and talking about other alternative materials that you might want to use once you get familiarized with the foundations of Italic calligraphy. Then we go into the handouts, which we have the guidebook of 21 pages of this PDF file, plus blank guidelines. And this means that you're going to have different sizes and different scales for the writing. So once you start getting familiarized with the writing, you can start moving and going into smaller sizes and writing longer texts. This is the goal of the course, to help you identify and learn the foundations of Italic calligraphy, so you can not only write 1 or 2 words, but you feel brave enough and confident enough about writing longer texts and using this writing and using these skills for many different applications. Now we start with the classes. So we have Introduction to Italic Lowercase, part number 1. So this is a 2-hour recording, and there is a pause in between. So there is 60 minutes, a small pause, and 60 more minutes. So you can pause it in the middle, have a break, and come back at any time. You have all the class notes from my own recordings, and also you have suggested homework to do in between each of these recordings. So between class 1 and class 2, I give you suggested homework. Excellent. Now, Introduction to Lowercase, part number 2. So we have another 2-hour recording, again divided. It has a pause in the middle of these 2 hours where I'm covering the second section of the lowercase on minuscules. In here, again, you have my class notes and the homework suggested after this class. Okay, if we close these sections, now we are going to go into Introduction to Capitals, part 1. In here, again, we have a nearly 2-hour recording where I'm covering half of capitals divided by groups, divided by movements. So you will get a really good understanding of the movements because we are not going through A to Z. We are going to divide the alphabet in groups divided by similar movements. So it's easier to recognize the patterns and easier to memorize. Again, you have the class notes and suggested homework. And now we have class 4, which is an introduction to italic capitals, but the second half. So in here, we will cover the second half of these capitals, again, my notes and suggested homework. Excellent. Now, apart from this, we have also an additional list of video resources. So what I have done in here is giving you examples of these capital letters and how I'm writing them and the notes. So this is a short video of half an hour with several words written with capitals that we have learned. These capitals are, as you can see, divided by the width. So some capitals are much narrower, which are the group called 1 to 2, which means the width is half of the height. And that's why it's called 1 to 2. Now we have another group of capitals. In here, you get to access the recording. If we go back and we go to where we were, the additional video resources, excellent. We have another half an hour video writing the capitals that belong to the group 4 to 5. Means that the width of these capitals are just a little bit smaller than the height. And the proportions are 4 units towards 5 units, for 4 units for the width towards 5 units for the height. And now the last group of capitals, which is another 20-minute recording of capitals that are 1 to 1, meaning the width and the height are the same measures, and writing these capitals, writing these words with capitals that belong to this group, and the notes from this recording. In here, additionally, there is another recording of 24 minutes long about introducing gradients. So a lot of my work uses gradients. It's just a really fun way to play with color, get familiarized with color, and also blending the colors through the letter forms. So we have a really beautiful color gradient coming through the letter forms. So I'm introducing you on how to use color and how to implement gradients in your work, and all the class notes from this recording. And in here, you have an example of writing a writing demo. So this writing demo, you can find it on my YouTube channel as well as on my website. So now with this section covered, we are going to go into my website just very quickly to show you examples of my applied works. So I'm going to change again. Actually, we go back to the same place. I'm just going to change the tab. Okay, cool. So when I talked about a quick writing demo, I talked about this. So if you go to my website under the URL mariamontes.net/italic calligraphy, you're going to find several examples of my applied works. And one of them is this writing and a speed up demo of me writing a quote. And of course, this is a very short video. It's only, I think, about 30 seconds, 35 seconds. But this done in real time, it will take at least 20 minutes, I would say. And in here, I'm very, very slightly blending colors. And you'll see how I do it by having 2 different jars in 2 different colors and dipping the ink directly in one or the other and writing and getting all this really beautiful effect of the color going through. And here, this is another example, and you can find this on my YouTube channel, and there is no gradients, but it's just using a pilot parallel pen, which is something you can totally use as well. And I recommend if you want to try it as well, and just using one color ink and creating a longer quote. Apart from these 2 demos, you can see examples of my calligraphy work in here. As an example of a beginner piece. And then we go into more color gradients in here, mixing capitals and lowercase. And then we go into a very beautiful example of two large poems that I produced for a client. And I'm using golden ink in white and black backgrounds. So you can see a close-up of this very, very long and large scale work. And then more examples of capitals and lowercase in different colors. So with that, I hope that you get a good feeling of what this course is about. If you have any questions, please get in touch and let me know. I would be happily answer any questions. And I hope you join me. And I'm very excited to see if you join what you come up at the end of the course. So you'll have more info on this course on the description of this video. And I'll see you in another video again very soon. Thank you.